Have you ever had a dream that was so real that you actually thought it was? How can you know that the dream that you had wasn't real? I remember going to sleep one night and I had this feeling of calm and peacefulness. And I slipped into this calmness and peacefulness and I let it embrace me. And it was so weird, so unusual, so beautiful that I had awoken. When I fell asleep, I was buried. I was buried in the dirt. When I had awoken, I was in this craft. It's the best way I can explain it. It wasn't a machine, it was organic. It was almost like it was alive. Was it a spacecraft? I can't say if it was or not, but it wasn't a machine. It was something that I felt inside of me. Inside my mind, I knew what it was. There was nothing else there with me. There was no creatures, there was no monsters, there was no aliens. But I felt it. It came up from the dirt. I was inside. It was almost like a seed. I was inside of a seed, a gigantic seed. The color was almost like a copper color inside. I remember rising from the dirt, using the power of myself to control it. This craft, how it operated, the best way I can explain, the best way I can explain it is imagine everything around you solid. Imagine everything around you enclosed. There are no windows. Everything is enclosed, and you're encapsulated in this seed like structure. And then all of a sudden, this, I don't know what it was, this liquid nitrogen. It's the best way I can explain it. It felt like liquid nitrogen seeped through the walls, and this liquid that came from the walls became a gas and encapsulated me within this seed. The best way I can explain it, or explain the feeling, is when you go to the pool or go to the lake and you dive underneath the water and you're swimming. You're swimming inside this craft. That's what it feels like when you apply pressure to what you think is atmosphere, what you think is gravity. And when you make movements, when you lean forward, when you move your arm forward, you control the craft and the direction in which it goes. And there are no seats in this craft. It's just you within this seed. And you control it by body movement, by hands, by feet, by legs, by thought. If I want the craft to move fast, you move your arm fast. It goes in that direction. This is how you control the craft. Everything was organically made. And you're floating within this seed. Essentially like you're floating in a lake, in a pool. But you're submerged in the lake. But you're breathing what you think is air, what you feel is air, but it's not. It's in your lungs. This liquid, the solid liquid is now in your lungs. It's almost become vapor. It's become steam. There is no temperature to it. There is no coldness to it. There is no warmth to it. It's your temperature, your body temperature is what you're feeling. You're not feeling hot. You're not feeling cold. Even when you move, you're not burning any energy. In this craft, it was almost like porcelain. It was almost like, the best way I can explain it is, imagine taking a porcelain dish and putting it into a fire to make a dish. It's almost what it felt like being inside this craft, except I didn't feel any heat and I was able to go anywhere. I rose from the dirt. I am in the atmosphere. I see cities below me. I see people below me. They can't see me. I am now translucent. They can't see me, but I can see them because the solid piece in which I'm observing has now become translucent, and I can see below me. I can see around me. Every direction I look through, the solid craft that I'm in, I can see through. It's become translucent. And I see not only cities and people, but I see the earth. I see the earth as I'm levitating. I see the stratosphere. I see planes in the distance. And then I see stars. And then I see darkness. And then I'm in space. And then I lean forward. And then my hands, I put forward. I move forward. And the craft goes forward and down. And now I'm in the ocean. And now I see everything in the ocean. And I go to the deepest, darkest part of the ocean. And even when it's dark, I am still able to see through the craft. I'm still able to see what's in the ocean and what's at the bottom of the ocean. And it's not dark. I'm able to breathe. I'm able to function. I'm encapsulated in this seed. And then the revelation hits me. And now I know the truth. I know the meaning of everything. As if this craft has given me its identity and the truth of my own existence.